How to never run out of things to say. Adam is standing alone at his friend Daniel's birthday party. Everyone around him seems to be talking effortlessly, laughing, telling stories, moving from one conversation to another. Then someone walks over. "Hey, how do you know Daniel?" Adam smiles. "We went to university together." "Oh, nice." And then, silence. Adam's brain goes into panic mode. Say something, ask something, anything. Finally, he asks, "So, what do you do?" The person answers. Adam asks another question, then another. Within 2 minutes, the conversation feels less like two people connecting and more like a job interview. Eventually, the person says, "I'm gonna get another drink," and walks away. Adam thinks, "I'm just bad at talking to people." But that's probably not true. Most people don't run out of things to say because they're boring. They run out of things to say because they're so busy thinking about what to say next that they stop listening to what is being said right now. Good conversationalists don't carry hundreds of clever topics in their heads. They notice small conversational threads and follow them. To remember how, use one word. Thread. T. Track one detail. H. Hear the feeling. R. Reveal something small. E. Explore the story. A. Anchor yourself in the moment. D. Drop the pressure. Let's see how it works. T. Track one detail. Later, Adam meets another guest. She says, "I almost didn't come tonight. I just moved here and I barely know anyone." A nervous conversationalist may immediately search for a new topic, but her sentence already contains several possibilities. She almost stayed home. She recently moved. She doesn't know many people. Adam could ask, "What made you decide to come?" Or, "How are you finding the new city?" Or even, "What do you miss most about home?" The lesson is simple. Stop searching for a new topic. Follow the one already in front of you. If someone says, "My weekend was exhausting," you already have multiple directions. What happened? Was it worth it? Do you need another weekend to recover from your weekend? One sentence can contain an entire conversation. H. Hear the feeling. The woman tells Adam, "I moved here for work. It was a great opportunity, but everything still feels unfamiliar." Adam could ask, "What kind of work do you do?" But he noticed something deeper. She sounds uncertain. So he says, "That sounds exciting, but probably a little lonely too." She pauses. "Honestly, yes." Now the conversation changes. It's no longer about jobs or cities. It's about her real experience. Words give information. Tone, pauses, and expressions often give emotion. You don't need to act like a therapist. Sometimes a simple response is enough. "You sound relieved. That must have been frustrating. You seem really excited about that." People remember how you made them feel, and feeling understood is powerful. R. Reveal something small. Listening is important, but if you only ask questions, the conversation can still feel like an interview. The woman says, "I thought moving would make me feel independent, but I keep calling my sister every night." Instead of immediately asking another question, Adam shares something. "When I moved away for university, I used to call home pretending I needed a recipe. Really, I just wanted to hear a familiar voice." Then he asks, "Has your sister helped you settle in?" Now the conversation feels balanced. A useful formula is respond, reveal, return. Respond to what they said, reveal something small about yourself, then return the conversation with a question. Someone says, "I started going to the gym before work." You could say, "You're more disciplined than me. I tried morning workouts once, but getting out of bed became the hardest exercise. How did you make it a habit?" Natural, personal, easy to continue. E. Explore the story. Most boring conversations stay with facts. Interesting conversations move towards stories. Someone says, "I'm learning photography." You could ask, "What camera do you use?" But you might get a one-word answer. Instead, try, "What made you start?" or "What do you enjoy photographing?" Nearly every topic can be explored in 3 directions: story, how did it happen, Feeling, what was it like, and meaning, why did it matter? Someone says, I changed careers last year. Ask, what pushed you to make the change? Were you terrified at first? Do you feel happier now? You don't need to ask all three, just follow the thread that feels natural. A. Anchor yourself in the moment. Sometimes there is no obvious topic. That's when the environment can help. Adam stands beside another stranger while everyone waits for Daniel to finish taking birthday photos. Adam looks at the cake and jokes, at this rate, Daniel will finish his birthday photos by his next birthday. The stranger laughs. I know, I've been waiting for cake for 20 minutes. Conversations started. You don't always need shared hobbies or similar careers. Sometimes your common ground is simply the moment you are both experiencing. Look around. What is unusual? What is funny? What are both of you noticing? Reality is full of conversation starters. D. Drop the pressure. This may be the most important rule. Adam used to believe every silence meant failure. It doesn't. Sometimes a topic ends. Sometimes someone is thinking. Sometimes a pause is simply a pause. You don't need to fill every second. Take a breath, return to an earlier topic, comment on something happening around you, or end the conversation naturally. It was great talking to you. I'm going to find Daniel before I leave, but hopefully I'll see you again. A conversation ending doesn't mean it failed, it's simply finished. By the end of the party, Adam hasn't become the loudest or funniest person in the room, but he has had several genuine conversations. What changed? Not his personality, his attention. At the beginning of the night, Adam kept asking himself, what should I say next? By the end, he was asking, what is this person giving me that I can respond to? That is the real secret. The next time your mind goes blank, remember, thread. Track one detail. Hear the feeling. Reveal something small. Explore the story. Anchor yourself in the moment. Drop the pressure. Conversation is not a performance where you're constantly having to prove that you're interesting. It is two people discovering something together. And when you stop desperately preparing your next sentence, you may realize something surprising. You were never really running out of things to say. You were simply too busy thinking about your next words to hear theirs.